This is the Deep Space Citadel, a new megastructure coming in the Biogenesis DLC. It will be a powerful starbase that you can place anywhere in your system, and you can have multiple of them. They're incredibly strong with custom auras, and it also has 3 stages which get incredibly strong. Just look at it. In this video, we'll be going over it, the concept art and how we got to this magnificent structure, and the new origin, Starlit Citadel, which starts you off with one of these megastructures, but also turns the game into a tower defense, as there'll be a wormhole sending stuff at you. Enough of me yapping, let's get straight into it. Defenders in the Stars. Alpha is here once again, and they're introducing us to their newest megastructure, the Deep Space Citadel. This is a 3-stage mid-game megastructure and is a powerful defensive bastion and converts into a starbase upon completion, much like an orbital ring. We've been given 2 screenshots off the bat, a more realistic art of the Deep Space Citadel, which looks insane by the way, and then the 3 stages of Deep Space Citadel in-game, which also looks incredible. Unlike orbital rings and regular starbases, Deep Space Citadels can be placed far more freely within a system, provided they aren't too close to a gravity well or each other. This is very similar to 1.0, I believe, where you could place starbases wherever, and a gravity well is essentially a planetary body or a star. So we're going to see them further out from the inner systems, I'm guessing. The Deep Space Citadel technology is a tier 3 military theory technology which unlocks all 3 stages of the megastructure, an initial limit of 1 per system. Okay, so essentially this is like a killer structure. They never called them killer structures, but the Dyson Swarm, the Arc Furnace, and the Orbital Ring are unlocked a lot earlier than megastructures or late game megastructures, and you do not need mega engineering to build these. You get 1 per system, which means you can put them in every system, which is pretty cool. And the system limit can be further increased by the mega engineering, the Starlit Citadel origin, and the internal vigilance ascension perks. So if you had all 3 of those, I'm guessing you could have 4 in a system, creating an ultimate bastion turtle up empire. I can't wait. We get another screenshot with a caption saying, choosing to build a deep space citadel opens another menu, allowing you to select the design. Oh, that's clever. So when you go to build the megastructure, you can click Deep Space Citadel and then it will go through your designs, which I'm guessing we can design in Ship Designer. We're getting customizable starbases in a roundabout way. Once a DSC design has been selected, you'll be able to choose where in the system it can be placed, provided it's within the system's main gravity well. This allows you to choose if you want to defend a choke point or a critical planet. We have a screenshot here with the caption saying, no, build an arc furnace on the molten world, not the DSC. So you can see actually the range isn't too much. So you can place them next to your starbase. I wonder why that's the case. Like, I get it for lore, but like, is there a coding reason for that? So what you could do if you did have an orbital ring up, you could place a bunch of Deep Space Citadels around the orbital ring as well to focus your fire, basically. We have another screenshot here with the range of where you can go to at the hyperlane entry points. The caption saying, defending the Sol Alpha Centaurian hyperlane breach point sounds like a good idea. So this is huge. You can place this Citadel design very close to the entry point, meaning you can cram it with disruptors or short range weapons, or you can place it far away with hangars or long range weapons. It opens up so much diversity, which I think is insane. As the Deep Space Citadel is upgraded from one stage to the next, it gains successively more L-slot turrets, hangar bays, and defensive utilities. Oh my word. The final stage of the DSC also gains access to both a singular XL slot turret and an aura slot capable of equipping auras from both Titans and Juggernauts. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is incredible. Additionally, to compensate for the lack of module slots on the DSC, it has a special module slot in the Ship Designer capable of equipping most Starbase auras and a few unique DSC auras. Oh, this is so good. Now, if you're excited as me, before we do get into the screenshots showing us all this stuff we've just talked about, remember, if you are buying Biogenesis, where the Deep Space Citadel will come from, and a lot of changes and additions, make sure to use a creator code. It gives the creator who you use the code for a kickback, and you'll be paying the same price for the DLC. My code is EP3Stellaris, or you can use the link that's in the description. This is used on the Paradox store. It gives you a Steam key to redeem on Steam, and it's the same price as it is on Steam. You can also use this for any Paradox DLC And this code is not time sensitive. So if you're waiting to see what the game's like before you buy it, you can still use my code then. Now let's look at this screenshot. We get a unique aura targeting overdrive. The caption saying, think of it as a giant shoot me sign. This is a new effect we've seen in the previous dev diary with focus fire effect plus 50%. There's an upkeep of 4.9 energy, which is quite high. The description reads, antenna arrays artificially increase the detection cross-section of this defense station, forcing enemy weapons to target it instead of nearby friendlies. Okay, so it's completely different to what I thought. Before I thought maybe the thing it was targeting at, more things would shoot at, but actually it forces enemies to shoot you. So you could make these starbases into big health pool sinks, basically a tank, which will let your starbases, your orbital ring, your defense platforms maybe do more damage while the starbase takes damage. And of course, your ships. Probably the most important thing for military. I like that. We then have 4 more auras with the caption reading, defensive countermeasures tailored to your enemy. We have anti-Polarian emitter, the defensive aura that reduces energy weapon damage. Then we have kinetic weapon damage reduction, explosive weapon damage reduction, and strikecraft weapon damage reduction. All by 25%, all costing 4.9. You can only have one of them. This is very niche. If you know what your enemy's running, it'll be good. I don't think it's gonna be that good, to be honest. It might be good in PvP if you know what your enemies are running. We then get a few more screenshots with no captions, so we're gonna have to dive in here. So we do have the Cunningham class Deep Space Citadel 1. It's got a hell of a lot of P slots, 9 to be exact, 3 L slots, 3 hangars. This is the first stage. Okay, these are gonna get beefy then. You get 8 L slot armor shields and then 1 A slot. And then you do get the engine, the hyperlane thing, the computer, FTL, I can't remember what that's called, and that extra aura slot, which is confirming you can put the communication jammer on, which lowers subslight speed, which is from the Starbase's auras. It's costing 500 alloys to build, but 1,250 unity. Has an upkeep of 4.9 alloys a month and 9.8 energy and a 720 day build time. It's an 8 ship size, which I think is a bit low, but not too low. Remember, G slots get multiplicative damage against them. It uses 8 naval cap as power. The hull is quite big there. What is that, 20,000? I can't quite make it out. I need to zoom in. 20,000 hull, that's a lot. And then 17,000 armor and shields because that's what they're using. It's got no evasion and no speed, so that's probably why it's got a lot of health. It has the sensor range, damage stats. This does look good. I wonder if you can change it to not have that many P slots, like what we can do on like corvettes and cruisers. It can have a different component, but we do basically now get designable starbases. Look at that. The next screenshot is showing you can build buildings as well on this Starlit Citadel, but there's no modules. Instead, it's just using the Starbase design. So this is the way of getting around the weirdness of Starbases, how we can't design them. And to upgrade into the second tier, it's going to cost... These numbers are weird. I'm guessing they have some sort of reduction modifier, but what we can see is 2,125 unity, 1,063 alloys, and 85 rare crystals. So you will want rare crystals. This is also going to take you about 3 years to upgrade. We can see we just get more. Holy moly, the armor and shields. We do have Deep Space Citadel 2 here, 9 P slots, 6 L slots, 6 hangars, but 16 armor slots and 2 A slot. That's crazy. It also doubled the hull. These are going to be massive heat sinks. This is why I think the fire focus thing might actually be the best. So much damage sink right there. The next screenshot is showing we can actually upgrade into a specific design type. So if you had multiple that are doing different things, you can see them there. Up next is the Deep Space Citadel 3. We still have 9 P slots. We still have 6 L slots. We've gone to 9 hangars from 6. And then we get an X slot. That's a pretty big upgrade there. Then we've got an extra A slot and a lot of armor stuff. I think we've got 9 more than before. 24. And then we get the extra aura slot on the side there. 80,000 hull points. So that's doubled from the previous. So it's 4 times as bigger as the first one. Holy moly. I genuinely think the X slot's really nice to put it further away, but I guess it is also using 60 naval capacity. The last one was using 12. But this might just be great to have like as a damage soak. Considering it's only got L slots, I thought it might have had interchangeable designs here. Maybe it does still. But yeah, this looks good for a long range first strike thing. enter the system, you get bodied by L slots, X slots, hangars start coming out. It looks good. You can see the second stage Starlit Citadel gets 2 building slots, and you can change to different designs. It takes 1,152 days, 4,250 Unity, 2,975 alloys, and 425 rare crystals. Interestingly, I just realized from the previous screenshot, we have dark matter components, but it doesn't take dark matter, at least that we can see. It might because there's dots, but it might not need dark matter to upgrade. We'll see. And then we have the final Starlit Citadel, and we get 4 building slots when it's done, which is pretty nice. You can put those Hydra bays on there for the food. As shown, each stage of the Deep Space Citadel is individually designable and saved as its own ship design. When building, upgrading, or downgrading a Deep Space Citadel, you'll be prompted to select the design the Deep Space Citadel should become. That's pretty cool. And if you're excited for this and you're enjoying this breakdown, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I did say at 70k subscribers, I'd go for the stupid Darkest Timeline achievement, which was cut from the game. With 5,000 off, it has about 12 requirements and 5 of which are RNG. Maybe don't subscribe, actually. The art of the Deep Space Citadel. Lloyd is a concept artist on Biogenesis, and I'm going to break down how they designed the look. After spending so long on Biogenesis, they thought it was a great chance to get back into some hard surface design. They had to consider what the players would feel like, and they came away with a simple mission. Make Helm's Deep in space. Here are the first sketches of the station. You can see I'm focusing a lot on fortress-like structures, as well as shield shapes. Both of these are to enforce the idea that the station is a defensive bastion, a place of safety, protection, and strength. Those are sick. You gotta appreciate the concept art. We decided to go with something like option B. Honestly, I really like option A. I don't know what it is. They're all sick though. It then became a 3-stage killer structure, and we have the 3D concept here. Here I had the idea to bring the shield motif back in the later stages, surrounding the station with shield-like arms that started as round shields in stage 2, but expanded to tower shields in stage 3. Design locked in, polish up the details into the final concept sheets. These sheets inform the rest of the art team how to make the asset. Our philosophy is that a concept should solve as many problems as possible, instead of leaving them with the 3D texturing and animation stages. Wow, so the first screenshot is stage 1. It looks so good. You got the hangars, the PD, the large turrets, they're all integrated into it, so you feel connected. And then there's reactor and stuff inside being protected. Stage 2 expands out, more PD turrets, and it's got those shields on the side. And then stage 3 has that XL turret mounted on top. Oh, it's so good. And the PD large turret XL turret designs. It really integrates with the mechanics of the game as well. I love it. You can see the added details of the internal gravity torus, which would allow inhabitants to live comfortably even with a failure of artificial gravity systems, massive reactor for power, and complex shielding systems. All of this is added to paint the picture of a steadfast, independent station able to withstand punishing sieges. The concept's done, the task moves on to the 3D team who model and texture the station. Oh, wow. It very much is coming together there. The last stage of the DSC is animation. Some of the parts of the station were designed to move. It's always so excited for me to see when an asset comes to life in the game. You have the GIFs here, not GIFs, and they are moving. Oh, I could just stare at this all day, but I won't. That's how they brought the Deep Space Citadel to life. It's very great. Thank you, art team. We're now moving on to the new origin, Starlit Citadel. Some empires are born into prosperity, others arise under siege. CJ Inglis here, reporting from far beyond the walls to bring you a closer look at the Starlit Citadel origin, our latest offering for those who prefer their games with a little bit of defiance and a whole lot of fortification. With Helmer, Stalwart, Legion, with a new civic there, civil education, Shelled, one of the phenotype traits, and the origin, Starlit Citadel. Mysterious portal looms at the edge of the civilization's home system, a gateway from which hostile entities emerge in relentless waves. These invasions are as unpredictable as they are inevitable, forcing the people to rely on their greatest technological triumph, the Deep Space Citadel. And yes, we do have the turtle species, but that origin sounds like we're going to be playing tower defense, and I love it. Nothing says welcome to the neighborhood like a massive orbital fortress. That's why they've used the turtles, because you're turtling down. I get it. Long before their species turned its eyes to the stars, a mysterious wormhole lingered on the edge of their home system. From its depths came waves upon waves of aggressors in biological ships. Entire cities were flattened before the invaders were defeated. Then they returned again and again. Faced with extinction, what the heck is that word? These beleaguered people placed their hope in the Deep Space Citadel, a towering bulwark bristling with defensive armaments, constructed not at the heart of their system, but precisely where the invaders emerge. We have the screenshot of it going crazy. It's 3.4k strength, fighting a 651 of biological ships coming from the wormhole. Hi there, I'll be your turret-encrusted server today. May I recommend the mass driver, served with a large side of point defense flak. Empires with this origin begin the game with a fully operational Stage 1 deep space citadel positioned at the breach. The homeworld also featuring a unique building, the Citadel uplink, which coordinates the Empire's defensive efforts. Oh, that's interesting. New job. Hopefully we get more details on that. This building supports a rare specialist role, the Sky Watchers, linked to the Citadel through advanced communication arrays and strategic uplinks. The Sky Watchers provide a potent array of bonuses, increased planetary stability, bonus naval capacity across the Empire, and spawning additional defense armies. Perhaps, most significantly, their efforts amplify the effectiveness of all deep space citadels, star bases, and defense stations within the system. This is crazy. This is the ultimate turtle origin. You thought the Sky Dragon was? No, this will be. All-seeing, ever-watchful, mildly overworked. We have the screenshot showing Citadel uplink. You get 200 jobs. Remember, everything's scaled up by 100. So that's +2 in 3.14. You only get 1 per planet. But Skywatchers increase stability, spawn defense armies, increase empire-wide naval capacity. They also improve the efficiency of Deep Space Citadel starbases and defense platforms. Upgrading the Deep Space Citadel will provide additional Skywatcher jobs. Is that one or all? If you build another Deep Space Citadel, will it keep going up? So, making out what the jobs produce, they'll give you unity, stability by 5, naval capacity by 12, 5 something, is that accuracy or tracking? And then 10% fire rate or damage. That sounds good though, for starbases, I believe. I think ships and starbases are the same, I'm not entirely sure. The Advanced Logistics Center ensures a constant uplink to any deep space citadel in system. Your homeworld though, probably rich in history, bears the scars of conflict. Marring the surface are the blasted remains of the last wave of invading bio ships. Biological ship remains, you're getting 10% less habitability, -5% happiness, 1 less max district, and it's going to cost you 400 energy and 360 days to clear, but you'll get 100 pops. That's not too bad. I'll happily take that for 100 pops. And I thought they smelled bad on the outside. Yes. There's also an invasion site, which is just giving you -1 district. I wonder if that would give you more pops as well. The Origin also introduces a unique dynamic for multiplayer campaigns. If several players choose to be a Starlit Citadel Empire, each will begin their own perilous portal and their own deep space citadel. As the campaign unfolds, these enigmatic wormholes are revealed to be more than isolated anomalies, like spokes on a terrible wheel. They all led to a single central hub. Oh, there's like a boss at the end of the wormhole, but if you all take it, you're all going to be linked to that place, meaning when you get wormhole travel, you're all linked, so you can team up with your friends and be linked no matter where you spawn. Who are these guys and why are they so deeply unchill? Yeah, that looks like a boss. That is huge, that ship. The Starlit Citadel Origin invites players not only to withstand these threats, but also to uncover their source. Whichever empire reaches the hub system first will face the full force of the invaders. If you prevail, you'll have the chance to fortify this keystone system and reshape the balance of power. Choose this origin if you enjoy a playstyle centered on defense, a narrative-driven mystery, and just a hint of betrayal among friends. I guess, yeah, you don't have to team up with your friends, you'll also be linked to them to go kill them, or any AI. Next week, Iggy will be introducing us to Fallen Hivemind Empire, the Fallen Hivemind Empire, the Fallen Hivemind Empire, because there's 3 of them, and the Wilderness Origin, where you become a planet. So if you're looking forward to that, make sure to subscribe and put notifications on. While you wait, check out this video that YouTube's recommending you, because all my videos are Stellaris. Goodbye.